Today I have with me the brand new Peugeot E5008, brand new 5008 2024, and this is the electric version. You can get the car as a plug-in hybrid, as an electric version, or as a hybrid, mild hybrid 1.2 liter petrol engine. More about that we will talk in a separate video, but in this video we will focus more on this electric version. And also on the electric version you have kind of free version, free options. For the moment you can get this 73 kilowatt hour battery with a front wheel drive system, but in the future you can get it also as an all-wheel drive or as a long range. And more about technical data we will talk in a second. Otherwise, the design, the exterior design and all other information I will talk in a separate video. I will have a full review in a separate video where I talk about the interior, exterior, technical data, material quality, everything about the car, so definitely check out that video as well. In this video we will focus on driving, but also I will give you some technical data about the car that I have with me. It's the GT version, is the top of the range version. Also, by the way, if you are in Switzerland, around Switzerland, if you want to see the car, test drive the car, buy the car and all other Peugeot cars, definitely check out Galliker Garage, or you can go online or carplanet.ch. I will leave the link in the description to check them out. This is the GT version, a very beautiful combination between this black glossy and this blue dark color, which look fantastic from my point of view. It comes with 19-inch rims. Those rims were used also, if I'm not wrong, for the first time on the 408. They are aerodynamic, they look great. You can get it from 19 to 20 inch, so you can choose ventilated brake discs on the front and on the rear. You can see right here the car comes also with ventilated brake discs, but they are a little bit smaller. Now, very interesting is the fact that these new 5008 and 3008 come with Michelin tires. Those are all season, cross climate. That's really interesting that Peugeot choose to use all season tires. That means you don't have to change it between the seasons. And yeah, this is really interesting because also for electric cars you need kind of special tires. This is kind of more efficient, if that makes sense, that you don't have to change always the tires, but in some way is not good because sometimes at 10,000 kilometers you have to check the tires and re-equilibrate them. But yeah, anyway, it's another discussion for another time. This is the key, by the way. Also, it comes with keyless entrance. Also, every time you lock the car or unlock the car, come with a kind of a nice playing design on the lights. So you can see right now when you turn on the lights, the car, you can see how the lights have this nice design and playing graphics. Also on the front, the same story. When you lock the car and when you unlock it, you can see this nice playing design with these free claws, like a tiger, like a lion. It's really nice. And those are also Matrix adaptive headlamps. Anyway, let's go inside. Electric folding mirrors you already saw. When it comes to interior, as you probably see before, Peugeot are one of the best at making those futuristic nice interiors. Also the quality, it's incredible. Also on the seats, I'm a big fan of what Peugeot do with the seats. I'm a big fan of those seats. They are super comfortable. You can see right here they are also heated seats, and also they are cross drilled. You have also massage function on the seats, saving position, electric adjustable seats, and also they are AGA comfort. That means they are approved to be very comfortable. Yeah, more about that in the review video. Aluminum pedals on this version. Also you have Peugeot on aluminum plate at the entrance. You have a few buttons here to turn on the heating on the windshield. And by the way, this windshield, it's heated, guys, and it's not heated only on the lower area, it's heated everywhere. I don't know if you can see those little parallel lines inside the windshield. So when you press this button, in 1-2 minutes all the windshield will be unfrosted. And also this is helpful when you get some fog inside on the windows. Anyway, let me put the seat belt. You can see right now the new dashboard, which Peugeot use it also on the new 3008. I love these floating screens here in the middle, which are curved, and you have such a good visibility. Here is the start-stop engine button, and from here you change different driving modes. So you have drive mode, you have parking, you just press it, or you have the reverse, which you can go up, and you have the reverse camera. The car comes with 360 degrees camera. The mirrors will also fall down when you go in reverse. But the cool part is that once you activate this, let me show you. You can see that the car will map up the ground and you can see what's happening around you. You can see the camera because it comes with 360 degrees camera and also with this active line assist, and you can choose also the view. So it's a super nice system. Also behind the steering wheel here you have those, here is the electronic handbrake, by the way. You have those pedals here from where you change 3 different levels of recuperation. So you have level 3, level 1, level 2, and we will test this as we go in the video. This is great because there are super nice positioned right here. I love the steering wheel, the quality of the steering wheel, the small size, the fact that it's flat up and down, it's fantastic. And also the visibility, it's pretty good because you can see over the steering wheel. You can adjust it manually, down, up, forward, backward. So I see many people kind of complain, but I don't see the reason, because you have such a good visibility from over the steering wheel to the screen. So that's why they choose to not add a head-up display, because you have those curved screens. It's more than enough to see and to have a beautiful view outside the windows. Anyway, outside the windows visibility is good. Even in this mirror you have pretty good visibility, and I like the fact that everything is curved and everything is made to be very good accessible to the driver. So you have also this screen where you can go to different shortcuts, e-toggle they call it, and you can add here, you can customize, and you can add here wherever things you want from the screen right here. For example, if you want to change this help, you press it like that and you press the energy, and right now you have the energy in that place. So it's great that you can kind of customize it, and it's working really easy and really fast. You can go in all the information without any problem. You have even the navigation here, which we will go in a second. Other than that, here you have a physical button from where you change from 3 different driving modes: eco, normal, and sport mode. We will try all 3 modes. Hazard light button, it's perfectly positioned right here in the middle. I like that. Plus you can see here on the steering wheel you have those buttons on the left side for autopilot. We will test it as we go. And here is for the volume, and all those here, even though it's a plate in glossy plastic, it's physical buttons, so they are not touch sensitive buttons, which is really good. Now you can also configure what to see on the screen here, so you can see also the car and what happened with the graphic when the car recuperate energy. You can choose to see also left and right different information, for example the consumption and radio, and you can choose to have also the full map on the screen like that, the navigation map. Here in the left down you see the range of the car, how many percentage have the battery. Yeah, in the middle you can see different information, how many kilometers have the car right now. When you go on the left side, we will go to navigation. I will make a separate video with all other functions, so definitely check out the review. I like very much this new navigation system. It's much more responsive than what was before. Plus, if you press this button here, you can search for all the charging stations around you, and it gives you so many information. It's so responsive and so fast, and I definitely like it. So once you press 1, you can see also with how many percentage you arrived there, and you can see the type of chargings, the name, how you can pay there, and the address, and even the telephone number. So how cool is that? Now I will set another destination for us, so we can drive a little bit on the highway, but also in the same time we can have some city driving. So let's see, maybe let's go around here. So I will set up this area with this charging. You press the route, you can see with how much percentage you arrive, you press drive, and now it's just loading. Perfect. Before we start, I want to give you some technical data and information about the car. And by the way, guys, if you want to buy the car, even if you are in Switzerland, around Switzerland, and you come at Galliker Garage, they already have a great discount, 5,210 francs discount. So usually the price should be for this top of the range version with all the options included 63,200 francs, and it has the The winter package included 700 francs. Leather, Napa, Mistral leather seats. You have it for 3,100, but they're amazing. I love those seats. If you have the money, definitely go for it. You have the panoramic glass roof, 1,900 francs. And you have also the 360 degrees camera, which I show you, plus the drive assist plus, which I will show you as we drive. It's a super nice system, and you can, let me show you a little bit more, because I want to show you something to the driving system. Here it is the 2.0, if I'm not wrong. Let me go here. Yeah, 2.0. So it's the most advanced drive assist possible, so it can stay between the lanes, accelerate, brake. So it's kind of autopilot level 2, but more about that I will show you how it works later. And the final price will be 57,990 francs. Pretty good price when we think that this is the top of the range version, plus it's a 7-seater. We will talk about that in the review video. Definitely check out to see the space and all other infos. Now guys, consumption 21.3 kilowatt hour. We will see about that. It's in A class, efficient class. To give you a little bit more info, it's a front wheel drive, as I said before. The range of the version that I have with me, it's 502 kilometers. Top speed 170 kilometers per hour, 0 to 109.7 seconds. The power of the car that I have with me is 213 horsepower, 345 Newton meters. The weight 2,218 kilograms. Battery capacity 73 kilowatt hour. It's a 400 volt NMC battery. Charging 11 in AC, and in DC maximum charging speed 160. Trunk space we will talk in the review video. Turning circle 11.2 meter, and the ground clearance 20.4 centimeters. And those are the most important information about the car. Let's drive it, guys. Going in, drive from here, simple as that. And let's drive it. Adjust the seats. You can adjust it in your position, really easy. Love the position of the seats. They are super comfortable. It feels really nice sitting on those seats. I always said in my videos that Peugeot make one of the best seats out there on the market, and those leather seats, perforated seats, are incredible. Of course, they come with heated seats, and you can access it from around here, but more about that. We will heated steering wheel, heated seat, we will talk in the review video. Yeah, let's drive it. Now, I like how silent it is. And by the way, guys, if I remember well, it comes with, no, doesn't have double glass, but I tested the 3008 and it was amazing on the highway in terms of sound insulation. And I'm pretty sure that this 5000 is the same, because I already feel the silence inside the car, and also it's lovely. I really like the steering wheel. It's so small and so light. Also, usually those cars have a tend to drive really easy, to feel that easiness in the steering wheel. Anyway, the platform is the same. It's shared the same platform as the new 3008, and from what I heard, it's a new platform, a platform that will be used for many cars in Stellantis group. Now from here I can choose to have more regenerative brake. So right now I choose to have maximum regenerative brake. Now we will turn around here. It's so easy to go in those roundabouts. It feels extremely easy to drive it, even though it's a big 7-seater car. It feels light to drive. It feels pretty pleasant. Right now, when you accelerate, we are in eco mode. When you accelerate and release the acceleration pedal, the car is regenerating the energy back into the battery, and it's pretty powerful. If I choose level 1 and I release the acceleration pedal, the car will still regenerate some energy, but not that powerful. So it's not like you're having the choice to go like full rolling, you know. You don't have that full rolling possibility. The car will still regenerate some energy even though it's on the level 1. I like, to be honest, to drive most of the time in the city. I like to drive on maximum regenerative brake, and this is what I recommend for you for best efficiency, and also not using the physical brake as often. But when you go at long distance on the highway, I recommend you to go and use the minimum regenerative brake from the pedals, and then anyway the car will regenerate some energy when you press the brake. So yeah, you don't even have to use the pedals. Otherwise it has the kind of the same driving feeling as you're driving the 3008. It's just that it's a little bit bigger, but you won't feel the difference when you're driving the cars. Even though it's a pretty heavy car, I mean 2200 kilograms, it's quite a heavy car. It doesn't feel like it's heavy. When you're driving, it feels light. And even if you push the acceleration a little bit harder, even if I'm in eco mode right now, it's still pretty, look at this, it's pretty quick. It's really reacting pretty fast. Look at this. Ooh, the brakes feel good, the pedals feel good quality, and I like this this button here. The fact that it's a little bit outside help you change the driving modes without looking at the buttons or where you touch or at the screen. So if we switch between those modes, if we go in sport mode, even the light, the ambient light will change, and it has such a beautiful ambient light. I will try to show you as well in a review video a little bit more about the ambient light. It comes with blind spot technology and all the safety features. Now in sport mode, the steering wheel become a little bit stiffer. It's a little bit harder right now, so it's not as assisted as on eco mode or comfort mode. Also, it's much more pleasant to drive dynamic on curvy road or on the highway at high speed. Feels like it has more stability. You can see the ambient light now. It's so beautiful. The ambient light, it looks fantastic. I really like the way it looks. And it's the same. I was definitely right. The sound insulation, it's extremely good. It's very similar, if not the same, as the new 3008. I really like the sound insulation. I like what they did with that. You barely hear noise from the exterior. You can see right now the car is just recuperating the energy. The only downside that I find it on this Peugeot and also on the 3008 is the fact that it doesn't have the auto hold function. You have electronic handbrake, you have autopilot and all that amazing technology, but you don't have auto hold. I have a tip for you how you can use auto hold, and I will show you in a second. But yeah, downside is that it doesn't have auto hold. Other than that, I don't know if I find something that it's missing or I wish to be different. I really like the screens, the visibility, it's phenomenal, and it's great that this multimedia screen, it's not splitted on the right side on the lower area or somewhere else. It's lovely the way they put it a little bit closer to the head-up display, because in this way you don't take your eyes off the road, you just look at the road, and in the same time you have all those information on the screen right in front of you. So I like it very much, to be honest. I think not only that it looks great and it looks futuristic, but it's also positioned pretty well. I like the steering wheel, small steering wheel, doesn't take too much space. It's perfect to use it. Now I want to show you a tip. For example, here, if you press the brake and then you release it, you don't have auto hold. But if you activate from here the cruise control, just like that, look at this, the car will stay and will activate the auto hold function. How cool is that? And even if you press the brake, the car, even if you press the brake and you deactivate the autopilot, the car will still stay with auto hold, which is pretty impressive from my point of view. And from here, of course, you can choose to have cruise control, drive assist, or assist off, and I will choose the drive assist because I want to show you the autopilot. And right now when you want to drive, you just press the acceleration. So this is a tip that you can use if you have already a Peugeot car or if you will buy in the future one. So it's not a big deal that you don't have auto hold. Basically you just press one button here, you just press OK and the car will stay. So actually it's just a small tip for you and for those of you that own this car already. We are still in sport mode, and now in those curves it feels really fun. I'm super impressed how they manage to make the car feel so light, even though it's so heavy and it's so agile. I definitely like it. In sport mode it's much more responsive, but it's not a super sporty car, so don't expect from this model at least to be extremely sporty. I think I have to go on the left side here. Yes. And on the next one I want to go a little bit on the highway a little bit more, because I want to show you how it works, the autopilot. So you press plus here, you choose the speed, and right now the car, once it sees the lanes, will stay between the lanes, will accelerate, will brake, will keep the distance from the car. You can choose also the distance, how farther you want to be from the car in front, and then all you have to do is just have your hands on the steering wheel or around the steering wheel, but yeah, always for the safety, have your hands on the steering wheel. And now the car, from what I saw, these new level 2 autopilot and all this system from Peugeot work incredible well, as long as the car sees the lanes and the lanes are visible. It's working incredible good, even in traffic or even here on the highway. It works fantastic. Also it warns you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel, but in general will stay between the lanes, will accelerate, will brake. And from my tests, and not only with this 5008 but also with 3008, it works extremely good. You can higher the speed from here just like that, and the car will higher up the speed. And right now it's staying perfectly between the lanes, accelerate, brake, and so on. Another thing that I'm surprised, accepting the fact that it has incredible sound insulation, so we drive like 100 km/h, you barely feel like you're driving, so you don't hear too much noise from outside. You don't hear too much noise from the tires from lower area, and that means also the tires have pretty good quality, or they choose a great combination, which is also pretty impressive. Again, you see it warns you to put your hands on the steering wheel. It has to feel your hands on the steering wheel in order to work forward and not warn you. But look at this, it's extremely good. So autopilot, it's one of the best outside on the market when it comes to assistant systems. Now I like very much also this TomTom based navigation system, which shows you the directions extremely clear. So you can see right now we have to go on the right side. Not only that you see it here, but you can see it also here on the race side. Plus you can choose to see something else on the screen. You can choose to see this graphic that shows you when the car recuperates some energy back into the battery, or when it used the energy to power the car. So extremely, you have many options to see. And I like it. I definitely like it a lot. What I forget to do is to reset the consumption, but we will do it right now. Or maybe, yeah, I just did it, but we have another one here. So you can see the consumption on this car for the kilometer. Okay, it's not that great, but we just reset it so we can see in the end what kind of consumption the car had. But the thing is that I have to go to the setup to change a little bit of settings there, because the consumption, it's set up to kilowatt hour, not kilowatt hour to kilometers. So we have to recheck that when we stop. But man, it's so pleasant. To be honest, it's extremely pleasant to drive it. Probably one of the most comfortable electric SUV that you can get. The seats are fantastic, the sound insulation is great, the driving feeling overall it's extremely pleasant, and probably this might be one of the best option when it comes to 7-seater electric car, because there are not too many outside on the market these days, so you don't have too many choice you don't have too many choice when it comes to electric cars with 7 seats. So there are a few cars, and this might be one of the most interesting car, but we will check in the review video also the space in the back there. Now if you go to the settings, and here, if I'm not wrong, kilometer, yeah, now it's good. Now I think it's great. Yes, now it's good. So we can go back to home, or maybe back to navigation, and now we can see the real consumption. So it was like 18.8 kilowatt hour is the consumption for the last 239 kilometers. So all the test drive that were made with this car, it's sum up in this consumption. Also, I like the fact that even though if you don't have on the cockpit the navigation, when you have to go left or right on the next street, you will see that here will appear a nice pop-up screen where it shows you that you have to go right, and it shows you so clear. So it's probably one of the most clear, simple to understand navigation system on a car these days. This is something that I really appreciate, because sometimes when you drive on other countries where you don't know the street so well, it's extremely useful to not pass one street and go to another area or something like that. Also, again here, I didn't even use the brakes because most of the time the car recuperates energy. Now here, if you press the acceleration, it has a little bit of pushing in the seats. It's not extremely sporty, but it has some level of rapidity and quickness in the car. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see the all-wheel drive version. I think that will be more extreme when it comes to speed and acceleration, but this one, I find it an extremely pleasant to drive electric family car. Now we can switch from here back to normal mode. We didn't use the normal mode, and I immediately feel like the acceleration pedal become a little bit more softer, and the steering wheel again softer and easy to go around, and it has good brakes. Now we use the physical brakes, so you can see the consumption, 18.8 kilowatt hour, and on the last 4 kilometers from when I reset it, it's 14.7 kilowatt hour. So yeah, but in general, the last 301 kilometers you have 18.8 kilowatt hour, so it's a pretty good consumption from my point of view. For such a big heavy car, it's really well. What, it's under 20 kilowatt hour, it's really good. Also the range, it's pretty good. I see now we have still 498 kilometers estimated. And it's also a beautiful car. Peugeot make really nice cars. They like this new design. I think the French car manufacturers make extremely nice cars. As exterior design and even the interior, it looks fantastic with this dashboard. It feels like you're driving a premium car. Definitely now when I drive the car, it feels like a premium expensive car. Look at this, it goes around the corners pretty quick, pretty easy in those roundabouts. Again, we can switch the graphic if you want to see it different. Visibility outside around the windows, it's good because you have big windows, pretty good visibility. You can see again the graphic with what happened with energy. Yeah, there are a lot of great things inside the car, a lot of safety features. I like the fact that Peugeot really stepped up the game with this navigation system, which on electric car it's extremely important to show you where are the charging station, how much time you do until charging stations, and with how many percentage you arrived at your destination. You can see the car estimate that we still have 95% battery when we reach the destination, which from my point of view it's extremely good. It has also this speed warning which you can deactivate from the navigation system. Now if we go to sport mode and if we try to accelerate, for example from 30-29, now it pushes you back a little bit in the seat. It's pretty quick, but not as quick as you would expect from an electric car. But it's not about sportivity in this car, it's about comfort, about practicality, and this is family car and daily driver. It's just perfect. Another thing that I want to point out, even if you are in eco mode, for example, and you press the acceleration pedal, at some point you reach the destination, but you will notice that that's not the final destination and you still have a little bit of 1 centimeter space. And if you press that 1 centimeter, even if you are in eco mode, for example right now we are in eco mode, but if you accelerate and you pass that point, you will notice that the car will give you a little bit more speed to work with, which is also extremely nice. But overall, man, I like it. I like how quick, how responsive it is. I love the sound insulation, and I can feel how the air goes around the car. The aerodynamic of the car for such a big car, it's fantastically good. The brakes are great. It's quite pleasant. All the power, when it goes and comes, it comes smoothly. So everything is smooth. It's made to be pleasant to drive. It's made to be extremely nice. I like it. To be honest, I definitely like the car a lot. Now we switch back to eco, and even the suspensions, even though here in Switzerland the streets are extremely good, we still have some bumps on the streets, and the suspension seems to be extremely good, the same as they set up on the 3008. Even here they are the same good, really good suspensions. Acceleration, it's quick. It's pretty quick when you start the acceleration from 30, 40, 50, when the car is already rolling, not from the scratch. And the good part is that you don't feel that slip ring on the front wheels. Usually in the past, the first electric cars have that slip ring in the front, not so stable, but this one feels pretty good, stable, pretty good grip. It's extremely well made, and it's extremely comfortable. I like it. It's like floating. Sometimes you have the impression like you're floating with the car. Also, another interesting thing is that Peugeot on these electric cars, all the electric cars from Peugeot now come with 10 years warranty if you go to make the service every 2 years. Look how quick it is here on the roundabouts. Extremely pleasant. Now we don't need this anymore. You can also reset and cancel the navigation. Extremely simple. And I'm not even in sport mode. Now in sport mode, a little bit stiffer steering wheel, super pleasant. No, lovely car, I really like it. I knew it already. I knew what to expect because 3008, it's basically the same car. It's just that it's a little bit smaller, but it's great. It's great. I want to test out also the plug-in hybrid and the mild hybrid version, or the hybrid version, how they call it now, because it's an advanced mild hybrid. It's a little bit different. I'm definitely curious to test it out, but to be honest, if I had to buy this 5008, I will definitely go with the full electric version because it has more than enough range for such a big car. The consumption until now for our trip, it's around 17.6, so we are still under the estimation VLTP, so that's good. It's real. The real numbers are good. And for the last 307 kilometer, 18.8 kilowatt hours. So you can expect a consumption around between 18 and 19 kilowatt hour, so around there. Again, here we can accelerate a little bit. Oh, it's so nice. It feels so nice in the curve, so comfortable. It's because it's heavy, it's pretty stable. I definitely like it. Visibility around the windows, it's so good. I don't know, I don't have anything to complain about the car. Just the thing that I wish to have an auto hold, but the fact that you can activate it simple, it's definitely simple by pressing this button. It's definitely a good walk around, a simple walk around, nothing complicated. You can see over those bumps, it feels comfy, it feels nice. I know a beautiful place right here where we can film the review video. And I want to show you also the turning circle, by the way, 11.2 meters. And for such a big car, look at this, you can turn it in this small space. Super good, much better than Tesla Model Y. Now going in reverse, just go up like that. This, and then you have those active lines which guide you park the car. Extremely easy. Man, the resolution, it's also good on the cameras. And also you have that bird eye view that help you guide you park the car. Extremely easy, just like that. So easy. Put it in drive and just drive it. Quite nice, I like it. I really like the cameras, and the resolution seems to look pretty well. And you know, I wish this shift by wire transmission to be around here. You see, you have this space here. Why didn't they put it here? It was much more easier, or at least here on the stalk or something like that. I think it was much more interesting, because here you have to go a little bit in front. It's not a big deal. I mean, you don't change it too often, only when you are in parking lot. But I wish this to be something in the future. Maybe they can implement that. But for the moment, I have not too many complaints. I definitely like the car. Now, put it in park, press this button, and let's check the consumption. You can see like 309 kilometers, 18.8. and for our trip 17 kilowatt hour, and I accelerate a lot, so that's a good thing. Now guys, I think I show you almost everything. I don't know if I missed something, just ask me down below in the comments if you still have any questions. I hope the video was useful. I hope you get some useful information from here. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. Also, if you want to see the full review, I will have a separate video with the same car, interior, exterior, material quality, space, technical data. We will check everything about the car, so definitely check out that video as well. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.